Welcome back to Zno Gaming. In today's video guide, we're going to be going over the Scourge of Hyrule Castle, Calamity Ganon. First, we're going to talk about some preparations you can do before you step into the arena with him. Then, after that, we'll go into the different phases of the fight and how you can counter some of the things and whatever. And finally, we'll go into more in-depth analysis on how you can optimize your play for each section. So, let's talk about that. Now, preparing for this fight is really simple. It is not very complicated, but you have had to have played various other stages of the game. The first thing is, do you have the Master Sword? It makes this way easier. You don't need it, but it's nice to have. The second thing is, have you beaten all 4 Divine Beasts? Again, you don't need to, but it does make this a lot easier if you have. The third thing is, have you collected some Ancient Arrows? Ancient Arrows are the most damage per shot arrow that you can do, and you can burn through the first phase very quickly if you've got a 5-shot bow and some Ancient Arrows. Grabbing a 5-shot bow makes it really easy, but you don't need a 5-shot bow. A 3-shot bow will do just fine. Lastly, do you have about 5 pieces of hearty food? You probably already have a lot of temporary heart food. The last bit of information that you should know is that when you go for killing the Calamity Ganon, you get to keep everything you tried to use during battle afterwards. So the game comes back to your last save, but this time with the star. And you didn't even use your Master Sword's durability or anything, so all your food comes back, everything you use comes back. So you don't really need to worry too much about what you need to bring. For Phase 1, you're hoping for Ganon to use his big orange sword to swing at you in some way, shape, or form. They're the easiest ones to dodge for a flurry rush for just some free extra damage, but the important part is that it leaves flame behind, and with that flame you can carry yourself into the air and then do slow time shots and just drill him into the head. You can push him into Phase 2 at this point. Now that you're in Phase 2, the real fun begins because you actually have to counter some of his abilities. So we'll go over the horizontal slash and the vertical slash and the Guardian Cannon, since those are the easiest ones to counter as long as Ganon is still walking on the ground. To dodge the horizontal swipe, you'll need to wait until you see it twist in the air. That's right before he actually swings. The timing to dodge a vertical slash is actually 1.5 seconds after he starts raising his arm, or right before his elbow begins its twist forward. It's very subtle and hard to see though. When he shoots the Guardian laser at you, it's the exact same thing that you've been fighting the Guardians with, so parry it accordingly, but it is slightly faster than theirs. If you're too close to him in melee, he'll go for one of 2 abilities. The first one is going to be one of his 3 short claw melee attacks. Instead of trying to parry or dodge these ones, just back up and he'll miss. The other one is a ground pound slam to push you away. And again, just back up. It's way easier than actually trying to parry or dodge these ones. Eventually, he'll just climb up on top of the wall. When he does this, you're hoping to see 2 abilities, a spear throw or the regular Guardian Beam. The Guardian Beam is the same as before, but now he's elevated. The spear throw is very easy to identify as he flips the spear around, but the timing for parrying this is at the moment you actually see the spear in mid-air. It was very lenient. While Ganon is on the wall, he'll do 7 other abilities that can be kinda irritating, so the next series of clips will show you how to avoid the damage instead. Ganon will sometimes summon a fiery ball to slowly throw at you. Quickly pull your bow out while backing up and shoot it with an arrow to explode it before it reaches you. He'll also summon tornadoes to throw at you. The best way to avoid them is just to move to the far right of them. They move in a sine wave toward you, so try to stay out of the middle of them. When you see him charge up a tornado cannon, just sprint to the left or right to avoid it. He'll also shoot ice at you. Switch to your ice rune and then slowly take them out as they move towards you. These rapid shots can be irritating, but really just stay moving. They almost always miss. Here's the lightning rods. Just stay moving. They weren't even a problem. You'll likely always shove Ganon off the wall by countering one of his abilities. If you don't, he might try to ground pound you from the wall, so don't get too close. Once you take down the shielded Ganon, you'll be greeted by the beautiful sunset of Hyrule Fields, where there's also a dark beast there. Once you regain control, make sure you run straight forward and grab the Bow of Light, and then switch to using it in your bow menu. Once you've got the Bow of Light equipped, head to the sides and wait for Zelda's cue. The easiest way to shoot the circles is to jump off the horse and pull your bow out mid-air for a slow time shot. You can definitely shoot all three of them. Though if you miss, if you've got the stamina, you've got plenty of time to shoot them all. You'll want to repeat this for the other side. It doesn't matter what side you start with first, either the right hand or the left hand side, Zelda will react to whatever side you're on, so don't worry about that. The last circle is at the stomach of the Dark Beast, and you'll actually have to go underneath him to shoot it. Just make sure you don't get stepped on. The final shot is an eye on the head of Ganon. It'll show up right before he shoots a laser, and the only way to shoot it is to actually get a slow time shot off. So jump off the horse, lock and load. If you can't shoot it from the horse, you can still ride the updraft of a laser to get it. Both options are good. Thank you so much for watching my Calamity Ganon guide. I cannot thank you guys enough, my subscribers and all my viewers from Reddit. Guys, I love you. Thank you so much. If you ever need anything, put a comment in the section below. I mean, maybe not anything, but if you ever want to see a specific guide, make sure you let me know somehow. See you guys in the next video.